anxious person. But anyways, third time's a charm. But yeah, I've finished my makeup, so now luckily I can like read the comments better. So I don't have to like take off my glasses. But yeah. Um anyways, my cat is just like chilling here. And she's kind of just like fast asleep. So like yeah, that's pretty cool on her part. Can you guys like hear, I know it's like obviously the microphone's like up here, but can you hear like the cat like purring when she sleeps? It's very funny to me. But yeah, just any questions you guys have, anything you want to say or want to ask, whether it be about voice acting or music or other things. Let's see. I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's Ray Kai. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. But yeah, it's been a long week. Hello, hello. I just got back recently from Minneapolis, which I had like never been to ever. And like surprisingly, I guess I was just expecting like bogs and like farms. Like I got a lot of bug bites for sure. But to be fair, like Minneapolis is like the capital, so there's probably not going to be like farmland in like the capital of like a city. But it was like it had all this really interesting kind of like brick architecture, and there was just a lot of like railroads and everything. And like yeah, I think it was pretty crazy. But yeah, it was a really cool state for sure. But yeah. Let's see. The Flash is back. Let's see. What's up? I assume this is would you like to talk? I mean, ideally, this is why I'm streaming so I can like talk to people. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, welcome all of you. I hope you're all doing well. This is like my third time starting a stream because the first time I unintentionally started streaming. The second time the conversations were going like a bit awry in the comments. I was like, I should probably like monitor some of this a little better. Where are you from? Uh, I live in Colorado, but I was born in Harlingen, Texas. I think it's Harlingen, but I lived in Colorado most of my life. Let's see. Hello, do you listen to Pink Floyd? I don't listen to Pink Floyd. My little brother does. But yeah. Hydrix says, hi. Hi. Welcome to the stream. You want me to send the screen recording? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we just had to get rid of that stream for sure. The chat was getting crazy. You forget your birthplace? Yeah. Do you listen to the Pixies? Like the one song that everyone knows. Can you tell my friend Dale to leave his cat alone? Why do you want him to leave his own cat alone? Sorry, the joke went too far. We do it to everyone. No, it's okay. It's sometimes it just happens. How's life been, Elion? It's been good. Yeah. Again, I went on a wedding trip to Minneapolis with my sister and her baby. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm an aunt now. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, it was a good trip. Like, okay, so yeah, like walking through like the city, it was really nice. And at one point we were like strolling through a park And I have these like weirdly specific things sometimes with like my music where I'm like the music kind of like sets like a certain vibe for me and everything. So like sometimes when I'm walking through cities, I like listening to like a lot of music by Kensuke Ushio. Probably butchered his name, but he wrote the music for like Chainsaw Man and A Silent Voice cuz I don't know, it's just like really nice music to listen through when walking through cities. He keeps chasing his cat around his room. Leave the cat alone. Mako says, "Hello. Can you shout out my boyfriend?" Yeah, of course. Shout out to your boyfriend. I don't know your boyfriend's name. Technical malfunction, for sure. Yo, Auntie Elion, for sure. It's nice being an aunt. But, like, I mean, this isn't new news. Like, it's like, what? Babies take a lot of work. But really, like, I think it was nice, but yeah, like, it was definitely something where I'm like, this is actually probably, like, good experience for me, and just, like, learning how to, like, take care of, like, kids a bit. Because babies do need, like, a lot of, like, time and effort and attention. But it was really nice, like, spending time with my sister and her baby. But yeah. Oh gosh. If our world has magic, I would have used teleportation to your room. Okay. The did not need to know that, but I'll live. Oh man. But yeah, I've also been working on belting a lot recently with singing, and it's like belting is like it's this very fine line with like your pitch and just getting it to not be shouting. Because like let's say for example, I do like a just a very open like classical like and like you don't want it like in your nose at all. But with belting, you kind of do want it in your nose. Like you have to really bring it forward like and it kind of like gets louder. But yeah, like I've been teaching singing. Thank you, Madge, for walking in front of the camera. At the music school I work at. And one of my students wanted to learn some of the music from K-pop Demon Hunters. And there's like so much belting in that soundtrack. So I'm like, let me get good at this so when I teach her how to belt, I don't teach it wrong. Because that's like another thing too. Like, I think it's like, you don't ever want to misinform someone with something like singing. And like, especially with the technique of singing, because like, singing is such a delicate thing where it's like, you really want to make sure you're doing everything you can correctly without like hurting your voice. Because if you hurt your voice, it's like career over. It's a bit more complex than that. Like you'd have to like sing incorrectly consistently to like really damage your voice, but you just don't want to teach people incorrectly, because if they are doing that consistently and hurting their voice consistently, then it's crazy. Bring back the cat. Madge just kind of goes wherever she wishes. She's a bit weird like that for sure. But yeah, she's just chilling right now. Hello from Brazil. Hello, what time is it in Brazil? That must be crazy. Oh man. I've never been to like any other country, honestly. Like, well, I feel like you need money to do that, which I'm poor. But yeah, like I yeah, like I wonder where I would like visit if I'm being honest too. Because okay, like I learned a bit of like Latin when I was in high school. And since Latin is like the root of like the Romance languages, like you can kind of figure out what's being said in like Spanish, Italian, French, I think. Like you can figure out some of that. But then there's like Japan or something where they have a whole other like way of like just how their like phonetic alphabet works and like how they say things and how they like pronounce like some of like the words and like it's I'm just like lost in where one would even begin in learning that. So I'm like, yeah, it would be cool to go to Japan, but also like I would if something like bad happened, if I like missed a flight or something, I don't know what I would do. I'd just be like stuck there forever, I suppose. But let's see. 1451. You're using this like fancy time, which I don't know how to read. Let's see. You're a very pretty American girl. People would love you in Brazil. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. I am Hispanic, but yes, I'm American. So it's a bit of a, yeah. It's funny because, like, in my family, like, we all kind of got, like, well, it's crazy because I've noticed too, like, with my sister's baby, he kind of looks a little more like our grandpa, but he doesn't have like too many of like her features or her husband's features. Mostly because he just has like really like blue kind of eyes. But like my grandfathers on both my mom's side and my dad's side, they kind of have like those color of eyes, and he has a similar face shape to like my grandfather on my dad's side. So it's really interesting. Raiden Shogun says hi again. Hi, welcome. $100 for a shout out. Shout out to Luke. Welcome to the stream. And technically, I just say hi to like whoever pops in the stream, but I have no clue what that is to Sarah. But explain. Let's see. You are the greatest of the greatest. Remember that. That touched my soul. Thank you. Can I ask a question? Why do Americans say Hispanic when born American? I think it's just dependent on like how much people take pride in like their ethnicity and like things like culturally with like I guess just like how they were raised and like what's important to them. Like but yeah, I have a very like basic like name, which is why I think a lot of people don't. Well, it's not like basic, like, but it's not the most Hispanic sounding name. Like, my mom, her name is Gloria, and her mom's name was Gloria. And, like, you can ask, like, Juan, too. Like, I think Juan's middle name is his dad's first name. And, like, there's just this thing that's kind of, like, interesting in, like, a lot of, like, Hispanic culture where it's, like, people, like, passing down their names a lot. But my parents didn't do that, which there's a whole other lore as to why. I don't know all of the lore. But let's see. Anyways, have a nice day. Oh, thank you. You too. Let's see. It's essentially this ridiculous rap thing by an old guy in a Dracula costume. How's the voice acting path going? The voice acting path is going well. Last time I joined, you were reading a book of something. Yes, I was reading Search for Wanda. And then I like realized I was like, wait, am I allowed to just read like full books on stream. I think you can with some older books. But with books where the authors are still alive, I was like, I actually don't know if I'm allowed to do that. But yeah. I'm actually like writing my own series right now, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I hope it turns into something good. I like writing. I'm probably not the best writer, but I'm not horrible. At least I'd like to think I'm not horrible. Um, let's see. Amar says, in Brazil, we have a lot of culture. We have German and Dutch and Japanese. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I've never been to Brazil. But yeah. Anyway, you got a really interesting family history. Oh, thank you. I am half Ugandan, half Brazilian. That's crazy. That's awesome. You gotta see it. I died laughing, says Sarah. Let's see. That's Amelia. Are you talking about my ReZero poster in the back? Yeah. That's my ReZero poster. Because I scoured the internet for ones that, like, I liked. I couldn't find any until I went to, like, the mall with Juan last time I visited him. I was like, I found one. It'd be nice to see you one day, voiceover characters. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Hey, I write too. This is cool. Oh, really? That's awesome. I would recommend, like, writing is fun, for sure. Like, it's definitely hard, like, motivation-wise. But, yeah, I like writing a lot. You guys want to see my REM painting? It's a work in progress, but it's getting there. Ta-da! You can own this painting for the... it's not even finished. For the cheap price of $5,000. No, but... yeah, this is my progress so far. I'm having a bit of trouble with, like, the shading and the lighting. But for the most part, I'm kind of proud of how it's turning out. But I'm not very good at mixing colors with, like... just the, like, because sometimes I'll add too much of, like, okay, like, for example, on the hair, I had help from someone with, like, just getting this right. But, like, joke's on you, I screenshot your painting. But, like, this, my roommate helped me to get, like, her hair color for, like, the lighter part of it. And then I add the shadow, and I added, like, way too much, like, like, cyan, like, blue. And I was like, I don't think this is, like, the same shade. And then, yeah, like, it's, well, yeah, because I have, like, obviously, we've all, like, seen this frame from the anime. So I had, like, the picture for reference, but the colors are turning out just, like, a little more, like, muted than, like, the actual, like, frame from the anime. So I'm a little, like, disappointed with that, but I'll probably just have to, like, just figure out how to make it work once I continue the painting. It looks cool, even if it's unfinished. Oh, thank you so much. McTankies with the $200? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. How are you? But yeah, I don't know if you saw the REM painting, but here's the REM painting in case you missed it. I'm having one of my roommates watch ReZero right now, which he's really enjoying it so far, which is really nice. But yeah, I think it's as far as like the animes, I'm currently like, because I just like hyper fixate on whichever animes I'm really into. The ones I'm really into right now is ReZero for sure. And then Solo Leveling for sure. And then probably, oh, there was definitely one I was watching with Juan. What was it? I feel like it might have been a seinen of some kind. No? I'm watching something with Juan. and forgetting what it is. Also, Rem, well, it is what it is. You just have to practice, and who knows, you might make it as beautiful as the road filled with cherry blossoms under the moonlight. That was super poetic. Hi, Elion, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm a little tired, but I'm doing good. So weird, I also paint. You're the American me. You should do oils. I love practicing resonance paintings. This is acrylic. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever actually painted with oils, but I kind of want to try it. What's your opinion on women? I mean, they're pretty great. Biased, obviously. But yeah. World's best dad joker is here, guys. Hello from Thailand. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I just must not know anything about time zones. Either that or some of you are watching this at like 3 a.m. But yeah. But yeah, I'm really into like ReZero right now. I'm trying to think of the scene in that me and Juan are into. Or is it a manga that we've been reading? I have been reading Monster. Unfortunately, I wanted to get like the second volume at my library, but it's missing right now. So I'll have to like look somewhere to find it. But yeah. And then oh, that's right. Me and Juan have been reading Atelier of Witch Hat, and we really like it so far. I think it's like really like I like the art style of it and how detailed it is. But yeah. What's your social economic take on the Candy Kingdom? Which one? From which which universe? Which lore? Woman, cool. Tomboys, even more cool. Slightly biased, says Mako from Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is definitely the ultimate tomboys anime, for sure. From Adventure Time, it's been so long since I've watched Adventure Time, and I'm definitely not the first person to like think this, but like Princess Bubblegum was definitely like a little sketch, right? Am I just imagining that, or like I don't know, like she like she seemed a little sketch to me. Do you watch anime? Yes, I do. I have a shelf of anime figurines. My favorite figurines on this shelf are probably. Well, I have a lot of Fate ones. I really like Fate. I have Mash from Fate, Medusa, the rider version of Medusa from Fate, like Joan of Arc from Fate Grand Order, and then Mash. Well, I already said Mash from Fate Grand Order, and then there's like a Rin Tosaka. I wish I could find like an Archer figurine of like Archer like Emiya from Fate, but I might be out of luck there because no one ever makes like figurines half the time of like some of the best characters. Kill la Kill's the gateway drug to becoming a lesbian from a lesbian, says Amare. I hope I pronounced that right. Let's see. She's a war criminal, but also a girl boss. I picked up a painting of Ichigo for $5. Like an Ichigo painting for $5? Is it good? I mean, ideally it would be. But that's cool. Honestly, it'd be kind of nice if, like, I got into painting more like anime characters and just, like, hung up a bunch around my room. But yeah. I watched Dr. Stone, One Piece, Attack on Titan, Naruto, Bleach, and Black Clover. Oh man. Should I? Those are all pretty good. I'm debating if I should reveal my anime hot take. I really think that there is something cool with the big three of shonen in how it just kind of like really influenced like how the genre is written, how the genre is made, and you can see all these inspirations from it. If I had one complaint, they do this thing where it's like, he's defeated me. I'm going to use my super ultimate technique. What? The super ultimate technique didn't work. Ha, you thought your super ultimate technique could beat me? Now I'm going to go to my level 3 stage. And then they're like, I guess I'll have to go to my level 4 stage then. And like, it's maybe that's more like Dragon Ball Z than like Bleach or Naruto. But I think sometimes I remember watching a video at some point talking about the different kinds of fights in media. And I think the most interesting ones, in my opinion, is kind of like a toss-up. If not a toss-up, just one where it's like, well, I feel like that's the thing, because for the most part in solo leveling, some of them feel like a toss-up. And then even the ones that don't feel like a toss-up, there's still like a little bit of stakes. But with animes with the best fighting, I'm a little biased. I think I like how Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works does that. But yeah. You are very beautiful, by the way. Oh, thank you. Be careful, guys. The more you tell me that, the more I might start to believe it. Literally every anime with fighting. Naruto is super good. Sasuke is best girl. My hot take. That's an amazing hot take. Hello, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I think that like, and it is hard. It is hard because I'm like, wow, like, how do you keep fights interesting when you're writing a manga and you don't have like just like absolutely crazy like animation to keep people invested? Which at that point, that's what you gotta do. You gotta like make it like a back and forth of like, this person has the upper hand. No, it's this one. No, it's this one. And that's hard to do, I imagine. Even within writing, sometimes I'm like, my goal when I, ooh, sorry. My goal when I write fight scenes is to just make sure that everything makes sense of how one action leads to another. Like, I don't want to write, he was like swinging his sword at him, and then he dodged, and suddenly the other dude's like behind him, like throwing a punch. Like, because people will be like, what happened? Like, how did this get from this? So I kind of like to try and connect it a bit where I'm like, even though I don't know as much about martial arts as my boyfriend, I like to be like, he threw like a punch and then maybe like a kick, and the other person tried to punch him and he kind of like tucked in a bit, and like I just like it to try and make it make sense. Whether I succeed is the question. One Piece is the greatest literary work of art in history. Move over, Bible. I know it's so lame, but I definitely haven't watched One Piece yet just because of the length. I know. I'm boring. Hunter x Hunter, Blue Lock, Fairy Tail, Forever Kings. I think I watched a little bit of Fairy Tail, but I need to watch more. I still remember watching One Punch Man Season 1 and being so blown away. That is crazy. And you know, something interesting too, even looking at some of the manga panels of One Punch Man, I'm like, I think someone like put them together at some point. It's like, wow, this actually like kind of works as animation a little bit, which is interesting. I think that's a whole other level of artistic capability that I don't possess. Elle can tell me if my first song is good. The drink swallowing ASMR is so peak, to be honest. Oh, did you publish a song or put a song out there on your YouTube? If you put it in like the comments later, I'll check it out and like listen to it. Though I don't know if I'm the best judge of if music is good, because I think everyone will like what whatever like music they think is the best. Yeah, leave me a link in the comments and I'll check it out. I'm probably not gonna like go to your channel and be like, this song sucks, because that would be mean, and why would I do that? But yeah. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna get more hot water. I'm so sorry. Uh, Look at the REM painting while you guys are waiting. Or look at the Persona 5 poster, I guess. I'll be right back, I promise. Do you like Jose? Who is Jose? That's my grandpa's name, actually. Wait. Yes, that's my grandpa's name. He goes by Joe, though. I'll be right back. You want out, man? Okay, I'm back. Bro, I can't send links. What? I'll try and look up your YouTube channel. I'm remembering how your username is spelled. It's basically Seanan, but for females. Lol. I'm trying to think of like any like female Seanan out there. I guess Nana is kind of like a shoujo, but it's like a like shoujo seinen kind of, because it's a little more mature, I think. I guess is Black Lagoon a seinen? I don't know if there's a manga of it, but that's gotta be a seinen, right? It's called Night Vibes, Savage Ghost, featuring Boy Trey. The song is based off of Call of the Night. Okay, I'll check it out. For sure. Is it like lo-fi or electronic? Or like rock, or what genre? I want to play Persona, but I dislike the turn-based combat. See, that's actually why I'm good at Persona. Because the only games that I'm good at are games where it takes like 90 minutes for you to decide what you're gonna do. Emo rap / melodic rap. That sounds cool. I'll check it out for sure. Hopefully my rock music comes out soon. And then, oh boy, and then you guys get to be the judge of whether it sounds good or not. It's fine. It's fine. It'll sound good. I love how like my producer has put it together so well so far. And the instrumentals sound great, and she just really has a feel for like the kind of vibe I'm going for with the song. But my vocals sometimes, I'd have to re-listen to it, but sometimes they just sound so iffy to me, because it's like the harder I try to belt, the less good it sounds. Winter says, yo, Elion, any voice acting tips? Love your videos. Yes. Biggest voice acting tip I would recommend is have good enunciation. You don't have to be able to do like a million voices. You don't even have to be able to like, I don't know. You can, well, you do want to have good inflection. You can always work on inflection. You don't want to be like, how could you do this? You want to be more like, how could you do this? But like, you know, that's something that takes time. But if you want to, as far as like getting into projects, you have to have good enunciation. So, obviously, like tongue twisters are really good for that. Like, she sells seashells by the seashore. Like, and there's like other ones with like either like the letter B or the letter D. And it's just good to like have good enunciation. Because sometimes in voice acting, we think we're doing too much and we're not doing enough. Because you can like record and the character can be like screaming or something in like a panel or in a frame or in an animation. And you're like, because of how your facial expressions are and what you're doing, you think like that should like translate to it, right? But you always want to try and do just like a little bit more than what you think you're doing. Just so it's not underwhelming. But that's my advice. Let's see. Ryuko checked out your music. I gotta listen to it. Said it once, I'll say it again. The loud swallow every 20 seconds is peak. I'm trying to stay hydrated. You need to go to sleep? Yeah, get some sleep. Let's see. Enunciation. Hey, do you know Forever Kings? I don't know if I do. Inflection. Just shove a synthesizer into your vocal cords. Yeah, because that's healthy. Okay, that's rad. I've never heard of these. You sounded like me for a second. Oh, yeah, the Ryuko impression. One of the few impressions I can do. I'll try some tongue twisters. Easiest path to VAing, for sure. Have you played Yakuza? I haven't yet. Thank you so much for the help. Have an awesome stream. Thank you. I hope I helped. I hope that, yeah, that's just something to look for when you're voice acting. But yeah, remember to have fun for sure too. And you're going to do great. It's a romance action. Oh, I don't think I've watched too many romance actions. But I'll look it up for sure. I'm interested. Have you watched Love is War? Yes. And if you watch me and Hannah... What am I saying? If you watched me and Juan's anime ranking stream, you'd know that we put Love is War in S tier because we both really like it. Raven said hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Have you ever heard of the hit turn-based card game, Library of Ruina? I'm being held hostage. I've never heard of that. Ah, yes, my favorite fantasy genre, romance and action. For real. Is there any dubs that are your favorites or least favorites? I feel like just getting into voice acting. There are a lot of dubs out there that I think are great, but I try to have grace sometimes for dubs because sometimes there's just like no winning for people. Like it's like, because you have the people who aren't really into like anime and they're like, they don't like the type of like caricature type voices that people do. And so they're like, make it sound more realistic, but that doesn't go well with the animation. So then the people who don't like that doesn't quite sound like the original Japanese. And so I think at that point you just gotta like give it your all. Try and do as much research as you can to do your best and deliver your best performance. But my favorite dubs are like, well, let's see. Attack on Titan is definitely up there. That kind of got me into dubbing, especially Matthew Mercer as a voice actor. Got me into voice acting. Or sorry, I said dubbing, I meant voice acting. I haven't really dubbed anything yet. Um, and then, let's see. That's also untrue. I've done manga dubs, but that's it. On that end, at least. Uh, Violet Evergarden's dub is pretty good. I really like a Solo Leveling's dub. That one's amazing. The dub of Frieren is really good. Madoka Magica's dub is great. But yeah, those are some dubs I like. Cowboy Bebop dub is good. Oh yeah, for sure. People always tell me that I would be good at voice acting, but I've never been able to get into it, even on amateur level. Go on to Casting Call Club, audition for some stuff. Listen to your voice a lot, so you become familiar with it and just the things that can be worked on. But yeah, that's what I would say. Whoa. Huge news, chat. My sister is having a baby, says anti Mitsu. I'm gonna be a father. I don't. What did I just read? I'm so confused. Let's see. Dubs involve a lot of moving parts, and a bad dub is almost never the fault of the people you actually hear in the dub. Yeah, within any project, like, it's a lot of factors. You can record really good takes, but ultimately it comes down to, is that the take they're gonna choose? Like, which is why you do have to be a little picky with yourself. But know that most people in voice acting, it's just like, I love the stream, just goofing around, take care. You too. The Moonlight said, hi, welcome. We all knew when we read the first time. Let's see. Oh, all right, well. But yeah, like, it's hard. In any media, there is a decision-making process that the actors... Oh, bye! That the actors kind of have, like, the lowest say, sometimes, on what can be done. You can ask to redo a line, but you can't do that too many times. Sometimes you just gotta accept, like, and commit to how you voice acted. Have you heard about 100 girlfriends who really, really love manga and anime? Because I recognize one of the characters in your video. So sometimes what happens is some of what I choose from, like, specific, like, animes I've watched, especially if I'm like, this fits, like, this particular character. Sometimes, because I've been making my own memes, I'm like, I need, like, a certain, like, facial expression, or, like, a certain, like, just, like, something that'll match, like, the voice line I did beforehand, which is why, like, Pinterest comes in handy. So definitely there's some instances where I'm like, wow, I'm just hoping and praying this one anime isn't, like, a really weird anime that I had to, like, resort to for my memes. But, because sometimes it's also a thing where it's like, if you have something that's too iconic, then I'm giving you, like, the inside scoop to, like, editing. Like, ultimately, I think a lot of my audience enjoys anime. But then there's also an aspect where it's like, there are people out there who might just like funny things like this. And so if I choose things that are a little less popular along with the popular, then I think that can go well, where some people who are just more into comedy might connect with my videos. But that's my mindset. My fave VA from you is Power Lamau. T. British. The manga is probably the best thing that happened since my last year of high school. Oh, wow. I truly, it's every now and then you meet people who are like, oh my gosh, I loved high school so much. And I'm like, well, I'm happy for you. Like that was not my experience. Me and Mako are currently in the kitchen looking for food at 3 a.m. Well, find the cheese. The cheese always hits at 3 a.m. What's up, mate? What's up? Greetings, greetings. Elion, feature me on one of your songs for real. That'd be cool. Like, I don't know how that would work out, but that'd be cool. High school? I didn't even like school. Oh, for real. I had like little to no friends most of my life. Um, though one of my friends who does a lot of like cool photography, um, she's been my like long time friend from high school, and she's cool. Um, but yeah. Oh gosh. I need to regulate my talking. Let's see. I just found out YouTube has horizontal streaming and it has a dedicated section. I feel so old and I'm just mid 20s. I feel like that all the time too. Like sometimes I just like I feel old because like my like scoliosis and my posture is just like getting to me. Is it green tea? It's mostly like hot water with honey. Sometimes I do like because that's good for my throat. Sometimes I drink green tea, but yeah. It's I think my favorite type of tea is probably peach tea. Why you got the Karen cut though? It suits you, by the way. Oh, you I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I get like haircuts where I'm like this will look cool, and then the shape of it is actually like a bit different depending on how I style my hair. Um do a British accent. Well, actually right now I'm trying to work more on my British accent because it's not very good right now. And my lovely boyfriend wants to make a sort of puppetry series and he wants me to do a British accent and I'm not very good at a British accent. So I have to work on my British accent. When I do smaller voices, it's a lot easier for some reason. Um, but yeah. Your hair looks nice. Oh, thank you. Please. Just skip the vowels. That's true. They're very. Or I think you mean like the consonants, because they are kind of light on the consonants. I've gotten hooked on the local tea shop's white chocolate, raspberry, and mint tea. That sounds so good. What the heck? I want to try a tea like that. That was actually very good. Your boyfriend is so lucky. Wish I was him. You'll find someone. You'll find someone. I love Juan very much. And every day I try and be the best girlfriend I can to him. I'm worried I fall short of that all the time, but he tells me that he thinks I'm wonderful. He's wonderful too. I should get Sasuke because tea. Oh, that's right. Satsuki canonically likes tea in Kill la Kill. What time period of YouTube do you miss? I mean, like everyone, the like, you know, the like just peak like Markiplier playing like Five Nights at Freddy's era where it's like you'd have like all of these YouTubers who were just like fun and like silly and there wasn't like as much of an influence from like algorithms. But so obviously algorithms benefit to an extent when you're doing YouTubing, because obviously that helps me out. Um, but yeah, I do miss those eras. Uh, your boyfriend is lucky. I wish I was her. You, lol. Yeah, Juan's pretty handsome for sure. Juan looks like, to me, Juan looks like Ayazawa from My Hero Academia. Um, Shin from 86. He also kind of looks like Diarmid a little bit to me from Fate. Um, and then there's definitely another one that I'm forgetting. But yeah, he's a handsome dude. If he tells you you're wonderful and enough, he means it. He does tell me that every day, and he means it a lot. I love him. Give me back my Play-Doh egg unboxing era. Does anyone remember, like, the jelly or, like, the Jello soda era where people would, like, pour Jello into, like, the, like, soda bottles and then, like, cut it open so the Jello would come out, like, the mold of the soda bottle? You miss the childhood era, it seems. Yeah, for sure. Especially when you start to have car problems. I miss the Harlem Shake era. Oh gosh. Let's see. Do you play gotcha games? Oh, why did I blank on that? I was like, what are gotcha games? And I was like, it's literally Fate Grand Order. Um, I don't think I get into them quite as much as other people. I really like just like very strong like storyline type of games, like Nier Automata or Deus Ex Human Revolution was one of my favorites when I was younger. Um, but yeah, same. I always used to watch his like FNAF, Doom 2016, Resident Evil 7 playthroughs when I was a kid. That's the eras I miss. Let's see. Neo giving the marriage advice. Let's see. Ruko. Y'all remember those bath bombs? Stop, you're making me feel old. I can't read who this is, but they say hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. Let's see. I miss the Minecraft era. Oh, me too. Let's see. I miss when I actually felt happy era. Don't we all? Oh man. Remember he used to have pink hair and red hair? I remember that. And the shorter hair too, for sure. That was also the era when I was like younger. I think like the early 2010s and 2000s. Probably my favorite era of haircuts, if I'm being honest. Car problems. I have car problems and motorcycle problems. Because I need to fix my wife's bike because it was abandoned. Like, her. What happened to the motorcycle? Let's see. Bro, my dream girl is Nero from Black Clover. I like the emos. Don't we all, girl with that hair over your eyes? You can be a perfect emo sarcastic. Oh, yeah, just like. Yeah, it's okay. It's like, whatever, I guess. I mean, not that I care, but whatever. I still think scene aesthetic is cool. For sure. I'm honestly with my rock music coming out soon too. I'm like trying to figure out what my aesthetic is because I don't think I'm cultured enough to go for like a specific aesthetic within rock, Which is why I've settled on, like, maybe I want something, like, a little, like, edgy, but kind of fun with, like, my look. Like, I have this, like, pink tulle skirt right now, and I'm like, maybe, like, pink and black or something, or pink and gray. Um, but yeah. What's the conversation topic? It's changed, like, 9 times. But yeah. You're going fishing? Honestly, every fishing trip I ever went on when I was, like, little would literally catch nothing. You already know if a girl in a rom-com has has short hair and blue hair, bro, you're not scoring with the main character. Oh man. How'd you meet your boyfriend? Can you tell some stories? Even if fake, I want to listen. Why would I tell fake stories about my boyfriend? Oh my gosh. Regards, not holding back. Uh, let's see. What happened to it? Long story short, due to her illness, she's had a lot of walking problems, so the bike was left in the family's garage for a few years, and you had to fix it and put it to use. Oh, I see. That's rough for sure. I'm sorry, that was my brother. Let's see. It's 2:35 in the morning. I'm about to go to sleep. I hope you keep up the voice acting. I wish you many more Gooner content. Oh, hi, welcome to the stream. Have a good night and thank you. Okay, yeah, I'll tell some stories about me and my boyfriend. One of my favorite stories that's funny is when I was like talking to Juan on the phone and he had fallen asleep and he started sleep talking and he went like, Noelle, Noelle. And I was like, what? What? And he was like, let me tell you a story. Our story. And I was like, Juan, what are you talking about? And he like woke up and he was like, oh, he's like, was I sleep talking? And I was like, yes, you were sleep talking. That one's pretty funny. I feel like I have more like sweet stories sometimes with Juan. The first Valentine's Day ever, I wasn't really expecting like a gift or anything. Probably because it was 19 plus years of being single my whole life. But yeah, I don't know. Like I was like, it's just like a small holiday, whatever. And Juan got me a microphone stand and sound panels. These same sound panels I have, Juan got me for Valentine's Day a couple of years back. And I literally cried because I was like, wow, I have such a wonderful boyfriend. But yeah. That's actually so cute. Hi, welcome to the stream. To Hollow. Juan being the partner of the year. I assume that you're quoting something up here, but I don't know what it's from. Can you help me? I can try. Cat. I'm reading like half of people's names because I've given up on pronouncing people's names on YouTube. Says, hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. I might lose my bestie. Forever. Oh, wow, that's rough. I like your smile. Oh, thank you. Bye, I'm not feeling well. Oh, feel better. Have a good night, or day, wherever you are. My attention span is cooked, man. That's valid. Juan might be the nicest British person. Yeah, with a name like Juan, he's gotta be British, right? No, Juan, like, my boyfriend, his, like, full name is Juan Sanchez. That is the most Hispanic name ever, and I love it. Let's see. Hollow says, I said I feel like a side piece. Like, in this friendship, you feel like there's just, like, not effort being put in, or, like, I guess I'd need more context. Um, but I'd love to give you advice, but I don't know if I'm the best person to give advice on things. No, I'm being chased by a job application. Oh, well, I didn't mean it. So you just essentially, like, I was jealous. Um, so this is the lady that made those Pomni cries of agony. That's me. I like, many people have realized one of the funniest things I like doing with my voice is like the crying and then the squeaks, like, like just things like that. Let's see. I was jealous. Don't ask. Okay. Um, I guess, yeah, what's like the advice you're looking for in that case then? I'm, and like I said, I'll try to do my best. Oh, I totally forgot to like, yeah, McTanky's donation earlier. I'm tripping, bro. I'm seeing rainbows. Someone help, regards. One says, hello, I'm in Hobby Lobby. What are you buying there, my love? He's here. He is here. Oh man, Juan in the chat. It's Juan. I'm smelling colors. The goat. For real. The goat. What is going on with these chats? Oh gosh. I remember the other day, one of my students told me that she's like, oh yeah, I've seen like your like YouTube channel. And she was like really little, and I was like, what? Like, obviously this is more within like the PG-13 range of like YouTube channels. But still, like, I'm like, that's crazy. But I'm pretty sure we were all watching like Markiplier at like the age of like 10 or whatever. So we've all got things like that when we were little. Have some regard for your health. You're a teacher? I'm a music teacher. Yes. I breathe air. Should I take 5 more? Oh gosh. I see sound. This is getting so hectic. Yeah, I teach violin and voice and piano and ukulele and guitar. Am I forgetting one? That's it for now. I'm hoping I teach drums. Does that mean Elion has a job? She doesn't just live under a bridge? Do it, Ricard. You're about to meet God. Elion has a job. Ugh. You need to buy a 120 crayon box. Don't encourage him, Juan. Or her. I don't know who this person is. Bruh, I'm done, bruh. Oh man. Well, I think that's all the time I have. Does that mean you also take showers? Yeah, guys, oh no, this is unheard of. A gamer with a job and taking showers. That's her, officer. How many years has it been playing violin and guitar? Violin is like 10 years. Guitar is like 2. I've been crying my tears out. I don't have no more. Let's see. What is happening? Did I miss something? Oh my gosh. I'm just losing my mind. Well, I gotta go. But all of you have a good day. Someone help, yeah, rap regards because that's that seems like important. All right. Um, have a good evening, everyone. But yeah, bye.